Alright, so now that we know how to create an assessment and import a question bank or questions, whether it's creating our own questions or importing them from a question bank, we are going to look at if you have questions on a Word document, for example, how do you add them to the Moodle portal or to the specific question, to the specific assessment that you've created. So we will start with, let me do this real quick. That all right. So yeah, all right. Now let's say here is my questions, right? Here are my questions. They are typed out on a word bank. Right now I just have two questions, but that's fine. You can have multiple if you want to, or if you have the creativity to create them. And the unfortunate part is that Moodle, it's quite difficult for you to import as a Word document. It's probably because of how Word documents are saved, which is not really as a text file. It is saved more like a zip file with the formatting and all those things included into that combination of files. So what we can do to make it easier for us is copy these our entire document or all the questions in our Word document. Well, we can click on copy and then let's hide this one and go to and open Notepad, right? And then we can paste it. Okay, and let me just delete these tabs for simplicity's sake in case it could cause errors. Right, right, right. So as you see, the important thing is that the way I ask the question and I give the options, right? But the other important part is this part. The options should be in the capital letters. Okay. So you'll say A dot, B dot, C dot, or you can even say A bracket, open bracket. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but it should be capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, and so forth. And then give the answer, what the answer actually is for this question, the correct answer. All right. So then let me save it under documents. I'm going to save it as demo questions. Place this one. All right. Okay. So once we've saved it, you probably didn't see what I was doing, but you save it where you can access it, and then once you've saved it, let me then go back to our Moodle platform. This is the content page. As you remember, I'll click on the task itself that we want to import the questions to, and then I'll click on the gear icon on the right hand side, scroll all the way to the bottom, and my face is in the way, and then we can click on import. All right. So once we've clicked on import, then it comes to this portion where it allows us to import from a file. All right. So right now we're going to select ICANN or ICANN format. Um, then go to general, or maybe I can say there are other ways to import the questions from a file or from different types of files. Maybe you moved from Blackboard to Moodle, then you can export your questions from the Blackboard portal and import them into the Moodle portal. There are other options of importing, but right now we're going to choose the ICANN format, which allows us to import questions, multiple choice questions from a text file, right? Which is what we just saved now. The import category is where you want your questions to go, or the question bank that you want your questions to go into. And then match grades, we'll select nearest grade if not listed. Get category. All right. Then stop on error, we'll say yes. Then we can choose our file and select the file. We navigate to the file and select it where we have our questions or file saved. Then we can upload this file and click on import. Let's see if it will work. And there it is. It imported our two questions, which is what is current and what is the purpose of a neutron, which is the same if I come back to, is it here? Yeah, to this one. It is the same as our questions that we created in the Word, or yeah, in the Word document that we copied and pasted into the notepad. All right. Now let's see if our questions actually do appear. There they are. What is current and what is the purpose of a neutron? Then what we can then do is go back to our task one and let's edit it, and as you see now it can select from that the questions, it can select from the questions that we just created um, in our question bank. So I don't even need to change anything with the task. uh, well Granted that you might have to then import it. My internet seems to be quite a bit slow. You might then need to import it if you want to select those specific questions into your question bank or into your quiz. But as we saw in the last video, you can give the task the option of choosing a random question from the question bank. And that's why I say you don't really need to change your task at all once you've imported the questions into the question bank, if you went that route of having Moodle selecting the question automatically, right? But let's, for argument's sake, say we are going to add um, that question ourselves. What is current? Let's add it to the quiz, and there it will appear. All right, I'm just going to delete it because it is already selected, but let's select a random question. Yeah, there. All right. Okay, so now my quiz has 5 questions, and it's the student is able to take it randomizing the question selection as well as the question order, because I said it should shuffle here. Just in case, for whatever reason, Moodle selects 5 questions, 5 similar questions from 100 question pool, then it will still shuffle them so that two students that are sitting next to each other have essentially different uh, assessments that deal with the same content or similar content. All right. In the next video, we are going to take the assessment to see what we've done, if it actually is working.